She likes chocolate covered strawberries and wine. She likes notes that say I love you all the time. Roses at your feet, baby girl be mine. Baby girl be mine. Yeah.
Alright, we're back. Macy has her water. Now it's time to get into it. First question.
Little fun bits and pieces now. The miscellaneous stuff. Piercings and tattoos.
Oh, go ahead.
I got this pierced on my birthday, my sophomore year. It was a stud, but the stud kept falling out. And then my friend kept re-piercing it back into my nose with a needle. It was very ghetto.
Very.
0 out of 10 would recommend. And then when I came home, my dog slapped it out of my nose. So I didn't have a piercing for a summer, and then I got a re-pierce with this hoop, and it's been smooth sailing since. I would like to get a tattoo. I don't know when though.
I think I have matching tattoos with us. I think the three of us.
We could discuss that.
That's a no.
We could discuss it. It depends.
Whoa.
We just have to discuss. We're gonna be friends forever. Like, I'm just
Okay,
saying.
what happened with her other people? She don't trust us. Go.
Girl, I would hope after 9 years you ain't trying to get rid of me.
I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm just saying.
Miss everything.
Okay, I don't even know where to begin.
She got everything.
Different,
People
nothing.
on the right. It's not the right.
I have 5 tattoos. Everyone got the basic ear piercings, but then I got my industrial, and then I went on a whole spree of things. My industrial, my nose, second hole. I think I only got one first, and I went back and got another one on this one, and then the third one on here. But my body rejected that one, so I had to take that out. And then the top of my ear, my industrial wouldn't heal after a year, so I took it out and I only have the bottom part now. And then I got my 5 tattoos.
She got everything.
And my ears pierced.
In college?
No, I was a baby.
I didn't think we were counting that.
Oh.
Because I have my ears pierced too.
That's what I said. Everybody got their ears pierced.
And then I
Were you about to try to show something that wasn't there?
Yeah, I got my belly button pierced, and then it fell out, and then I had to go get it re-pierced, and then I got my belly button pierced without my dad's permission. That one time I called myself going over there to go, surprise him, not realizing that I was wearing a crop top. And then called my mom and yelled at my mom, and then I got re-pierced, and then I had it, and then all semester I went to a party.
Oh god. Did it come out?
Yep. So now I just don't have one. No, like I just went back home and I was like, I don't want a belly button piercing. I mean, it's whatever. I really don't know if I want it back again. I don't know if I don't want it or if he doesn't want it. But I just don't know if I want to spend the money to go get it re-pierced for the 3rd time.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know if I need it re-pierced. I just don't want to go. I don't have a belly button ring, and I don't want to go pay for one. So
I think I'd like to get my other nostril pierced.
I was just thinking that. I don't know if I want it next to it or on the other side.
I would like my nostril pierced.
I'm too insecure to get a nose piercing.
What?
Why?
That's usually the opposite effect it has.
Yeah, it
I
makes
feel
your
like
nose cuter.
because I already have a mole, so I can't pierce on top of my mole, and I feel like it would look dumb right next to it.
You can talk to a piercer, and they can help you decide.
I don't know. I just don't think that I would look attractive with a nose piercing, and I think my dad would literally murder me because I'm not grown. So.
Yeah, I did a lot of shit in college, and I just didn't ask my parents for permission for, and I just showed up. Like, I showed up with a piercing, showed up with my hair cut off my head.
After I got permission from my industrial, which I told him I was depressed, I had to get it, I stopped asking.
First college party. Best college party.
My first college party was the first night I was in the dorms. And it was a really good party. I don't remember. I think it was some frat or something. I don't know. There's a lot of black guys there. So all the football players were there. That was my first mistake. That's when I met my first football player that I talked to at UNLV. So that was interesting. Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, this is like college. Like, this is free alcohol. Like, all right. And the best party I've been to is probably the last party that I went to. It was, I don't know, some black frat threw it. So it was a whole bunch of black people. So I like that. Messed with that a lot. I just love black people. I mean, I didn't, what? What? I don't feel like I went to like a lot of parties, but that's also because I feel like black people didn't really throw that many parties, and like the other parties that were being thrown, like the fraternities were like getting accusations about them, and I just wasn't like that. So I stayed my black self home on those nights. But I mean, overall, like, they're pretty chill. Like, I just feel like it's basic college. I'm pretty sure if I had more friends, I would have been going out to more parties, but that was that.
I don't remember. Actually, that's not true. It just came to me. The first party that I went to in college was also a football party, because obviously it's football season. And it was thrown...
Don't say also a football party. That was not thrown by football players.
Oh, was yours not?
Sorry.
Oh, you just said that there were a lot of football players there.
They were there.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They were.
So, mine was thrown by football players. It was at the quarterback's house. It was truly wild. Like, it was just very wild. I can't stress it enough. The way that I was introduced to college, I was like, oh, okay, all right. The best party that I went to was one that my friends and I threw. My friend, because my school is so small, our black population is very small as well. So like my friend was the president of BSU, so it was like thrown through BSU / like our friend group. It was a glow in the dark party, so we called it the glow party. Drinks were flowing, music was bumping. We had the playlist jumping. People were acting a hot mess. We love to see it. We truly love to see it. And I think another, like a close runner-up was our jungle party. It was jungle themed. And again, very wild. We made jungle juice. Good time. We always we threw it in, what was it? So my freshman year, we threw parties in this one house, and the house was kind of small. So like we would like have literally the whole place filled up, and there'd be people on the front lawn, people on the back lawn. Like the cops would come from time to time. The windows would sweat, the paint would peel, the chairs would break. It was very ghetto, but I appreciated it for my college experience. Now they're trash.
I don't know what you want me to say.
You've been to a college party.
Yeah, I mean, right.
And Naja really wants to come to Seattle, so I want her to come to my
They came to one of the parties at my school. To me, it was underwhelmed, but it's fine.
I was really just expecting, I don't know.
It was just
not my school.
It was a lot of people.
Yeah.
In a small space.
They weren't like, I think because like I'm used to being around people that I know, like, and I'm usually a part of the like hosting group. It was just like very different to like just be a commoner. Like just attending a party. Like I just really think that's what it is. The dissonance was a lot. Drug and alcohol.
I don't think that I felt, we're of age.
Right, we're all of age.
I don't feel like I ever felt, because I wanted to. So, drinking wise, like I'm not gonna lie, like obviously like I'm 21, I drink, but I don't think I ever felt pressured. If anything, like I'm like, you want this shot, you want this shot. I don't want to call my family alcoholics, but I would say that my family are social drinkers. Like we party and we drink, so I get that from them. My mom's side, let me clarify that. We do that on my mom's side of the family, so I never felt pressured to drink in college, and it wasn't like an everyday occurrence anyway. But I also don't really do drugs like that, so
like that.
I mean, I don't know, like
that. She said what she said.
My friends, like I'm close with people who like smoke weed consistently, but I don't do it, and like I'll be around them, but I don't smoke it because I just don't want to, and they're not like, come on, and, you know. So it just depends on the type of people that you hang around. I'm not gonna hang around somebody that's about to force me to do something.
My freshman year, I didn't like really drink. I didn't smoke, so that was just like that. I probably drank like two, like maybe like I'd say on one hand I could count it, but I don't really remember it because I was just like, no, I'm good, like I'm good. And like people be like, oh, like you want, like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm fine, like I'm good, like, because I'm the type of person that can enjoy a party like without drinking or without smoking or being on anything. Like I'm just really there to like listen to the music, be with my friends, and like have a good time. But then like after my freshman year, like I definitely drank a little bit more, just smoked weed. It just definitely not every day. It's definitely like I save that stuff for the weekend, and like it's if I'm going to a party or something like that, or if like my friends and I are just like gonna have like a night in and we just like want to chill. So definitely don't do it during the school week. I just don't have the brain cells like some other people for that, and I'm just like really not interested in it like that. But yeah, I mean, like Mai'a said, I'm not hanging around people who are like forcing me to do anything. So
I guess socially, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
None of us are alcoholics. We're all social drinkers or whatnot. So there it is. Another drug of choice, men. And Naja, would you like to go first?
Oh, that was serious? What was the question?
That was the question.
What do you mean, our drug of choice?
I said another drug of choice, men.
There's no more on here that'll fit this.
I know, but what do you mean men? Like, do
Talk
we
about
like
your
men?
boys.
We're not saying, like, I don't have boys. We're not doing this.
She's talking about Naja go first. Who are we? You like to talk about London.
Right! You're here trying to bust people out. London! Let's hear the
I'm not
story time.
busting anybody out. I'm not being like, oh, you have to say.
So,
da, da,
like,
da,
are
da.
we
I'm
saying, like, are you saying, like, our types in men?
I don't know. It's just related to college. Like, what's your experience with boys? Like, do you think the boys at your school are cute? Do you, like, are you around, I don't know, like, where do
Okay,
you
so I
see
guess we'll
them?
just have, like, a whole boy segment.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start off with our preferences, I guess. That could be fun. Yeah.
I don't have a type.
She ain't got no type. Ayy.
Okay, never mind. Clearly not. That was it. Like, you just don't have a type. You have no type.
Okay, you have no type, but what do you prefer in men? Or was like the first kind of things that you look for? Like characteristics, personality traits. Do you not want to go first?
No.
And Mai'a, will you go first?
Okay. My preference is black.
So aggressive.
That's my preference. I don't think, just based off of like the people that I've talked to in the past, I don't feel like I have a type besides being black. I've been with athletes, non-athletes, military, you know, it's kind of just like, you know.
Just gotta be a cute black man.
What? They don't have to be cute.
I feel like underlyingly, because I'm scared that Grandma's gonna watch this. Grandma, if you're watching this, please just stop watching the video now. Like, Grandma, like my dad, like, just please stop watching the video. That's your disclaimer right there. I don't want to hear any of this when I see y'all face to face. I don't want to hear none of this. But my preference is black. I feel like underlyingly, I always gravitate towards athletes, even though like I really like don't want to be with them. It just happens naturally. But I feel like more so recently, since like high school, it's been more like African than like African American. I don't really know why, but that's just what I'm gravitating towards now. And I wouldn't say, I mean, I like height on a dude, but I can't really talk because I'm 5'2". I don't have a problem. Like, if I really, really like you, like, I don't have a problem with you, like, being, like, 5'7" or whatever. But as of right now, the person that I am currently attracted to is 6'4".
And personality traits. What kind of guys do you feel like you get along with?
None.
They're all sick.
They're all disgusting. I feel like personality... I attract liars for whatever reason. I don't know. I feel like I just like being with somebody who's like really goofy and makes me laugh and is happy. And I tend to go for more of a low-key person. I don't know.
She stays out the mix. Like,
I don't do the drama. Yeah. I don't do any of that. Like, I don't.
If he's a high profile boy, she
right. This one right now, he's on the skirts because, you know, like you're starter. You're D1 starter. It's a little bit too much for me right now. But he's a very low key person and he doesn't do anything but play football and like that's it. That's my preference. Chocolate men.
Oh god.
You just stay on my Talk about your man.
My who?
Your man.
My preferences and my type.
Just let her have this. Just let her have this.
I would agree with Anisha. I don't have a type. What?
I have no shame in having a type.
No one said she should have shame. I agree with Anisha. I don't have a type. I am open to love, whatever way it may come, but I definitely think I have a preference for black men. That's like, if I was out in the dating pool, like that's what I would be looking for, is a black man. I just don't think that black women like have the luxury of being choosy like other folks. So period.
So I don't have the luxury, but it's gonna be my luxury.
So that's just how I feel about that.
Somebody gonna love me.
Period. But yeah, I definitely was the type of person to be like, he needs to be over 6 feet. And like, honestly, that...
Did you say was?
I feel like because
she is fronting for you too.
No. Because she's talking to him and he's 7?
5'8".
So that was her friend.
That is, you know damn well that is not her friend. Hey. Clarity, Tamisia's talking to someone.
Let me... boop, boop. I'm single.
Okay, she's single, but she's not.
I have a friend who...
She's a best friend.
I have a best friend. That's
she's a best
actually
friend.
No, because she sees her person. I have not. It's a complicated situation.
Okay,
I was the type of person to think that my man has to be like over 6 feet. But I really just got that from Twitter and like it stuck in my head because
I feel like I really helped you out with that.
because I'm 5'2" as well, and like
It doesn't fucking matter.
I listened to the sermon from like Pastor Michael Todd about, it's called Rip Up Your List, and I think that really helped me get over myself with this like height thing. But yeah, I definitely think he has to be funny, be able to carry conversation and like the intellectual discussions that like I like to have. So I would look for that with someone else. Style, like sense of style is really important to me. Just what you say. A nice smile as well, but
Oh, teeth.
yeah, teeth are really important. Teeth are really important. But yeah, as they were trying to say, the friend in question that I have is 5'8", so that has helped me reshape my thinking around height.
And I'm sitting over here yelling at her to be with a man who's 5'8" when I'm over here being with a man who's 6'4".
Right, so, you know, obviously there's double standards in the car right now. But
Baby girl,
it is what it is.
there's been double standards.
It really is what it is. I'm not really pressed about what?
Why are you laughing?
I definitely looked at the camera. I'm not really pressed about being in like a relationship right now. I think
This bitch really about to lie like that.
okay, let me say, because I feel like I'm not in.
My preference is in boys. What's your status?
What the hell is that? Bad bitch. Tell that bitch I'm sick.
I don't
know what she wants from us.
Right. There is
What's
no
your status?
Right.
Okay, well, Nigel looking. So if you guys know any...
Don't speak for me. But if you guys want to know what time it was.
So you ain't looking. Y'all some hating ass bitches.
What's your
status?
Right, we're single. And you are?
Now I was asking like, what's your situation? Like, what's,
I don't have a
what's
situation.
going on? Okay, let me, since everybody in this car wants to front now.
Who the fuck is friends?
Who has a situation?
Anijah is looking. So if you guys know anybody, you fine young men, they're on this way. Clearly y'all know she doesn't really have a preference. She doesn't want a man. I'm trying to put her on a man. Alright? So.
I don't even know why I'm here right now.
I don't even know why I came here.
Don't know why I came.
That's the song.
This one back here cackling.
I'm single, like I said.
She's in a situationship.
I'm not.
Yeah.
He said we have a connection. He didn't say we have shit else. That's it.
She's capped.
I'm not capped. That's literally what he said yesterday.
Okay, she be getting good morning sunshine texts.
Bye.
What do you mean bye?
Because like
Nobody said you're not single, but you're in a situationship.
no.
Did he not yell at you for talking to other dudes? Are you not salty
All
when
right,
you be going
all
back to
right,
him?
I do. Cut the camera. Dead
Y'all got problems.
Anywho, next question. What?
What's your status?
Right,
What's your
go
relationship?
skip over this shit like.
Next question.
We could sit here.
Well, wait.
Tell that bitch I'm single. I ain't tripping. No, thought who did me dirty. I'm just gonna say fucking live this life until I'm 30.
She's capped
Watch her
as
cut this
fuck.
out.
Right.
Watch her cut this
Cut
out.
mine out too then. The fuck?
I'm in a situationship.
Next
I ain't got
caller.
nothing.
Right.
I don't have anything to hide. I'm in a
Period.
situationship with a D1 football player, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Period.
We've been in this situationship for 2 years now. And I don't know what's happening. And am I letting it just happen? Yes.
Listen, if they want to cuff us, we're ready to be cuffed.
Right, but I'm not.
But we're not pressing it because we're single.
And I ain't tripping on no thought who did me dirty. So when he want to be about some action, I'll be about some action.
And that's that on that.
She's tired of our BS. I just want you guys to all know that. And this is like the level of like fed up. And is.
She's past it.
She's up here. Next question.
Did you ever get in trouble at school?
What school?
College.
How you get in trouble?
No.
Right.
Guess it's just me.
What?
What are you did you do?
My freshman year, some of my friends at the time and I were like listening to music and stuff in her room. Like the RA came and she was like accusing us of like drinking in the dorms, which like you can't do in the freshman dorms. And she was like, I heard bottles clanking, which she didn't. Like,
Your RA was doing that?
yeah.
First of all, our RA definitely told us to just put a blanket over our stuff so they didn't see it.
And she was like, I'm gonna have to like collect your IDs and da 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 da. But actually, let me not tell the story because my mom doesn't know about this.
She was tripping. Okay.
But yeah, basically we were just like, that just like didn't happen. Basically, it was a noise complaint from somebody on the floor, but the person on the floor never came and told us to like turn down our music. And then they were just like a pussy and texted the RA. And then she was like, you guys are obviously drinking, which is why you're so loud. I was like, first of all, we're just listening to music, which is not illegal. Like, if someone wanted us to turn on the music, we would, but no one said they had a concern. So we had to talk to like the RD about it, get that handled. But yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, I ain't never.
It's a case of profiling the ethnic students.
Wish somebody would come and say you're in trouble.
I'm grown. No, I'm not, Dad.
I'm not Dad.
Dad, I know I'm not girl. Thank you. What do you think the worst part of college has been? Or, like, the worst thing, like, you feel like has happened to you? Or
The worst part of college, my study abroad getting cut short due to COVID and me returning home to a place I don't want to be.
The whole thing's been bad for me. But then, well, I say not even freshman year, the fall semester. Because she was gone in spring. I don't know where she went, but she was gone.
I can't think of anything worse.
I don't know. I feel like college hasn't been like too terrible or anything.
It's that, right? Like,
So it's
high
just,
school
like,
for me was way worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like college hasn't been too bad. So it's like, obviously, like, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. So, like, obviously people dying is more important than, like, me not being able to, like, travel around in another country. But, like, because I haven't had too many negative experiences, that is, like, the worst thing.
Next question. If you guys could change, like, schools, would you? And if you could, where would you go?
I would go to school in a sunny place. Or I would stick it out for... Actually, no. Let me go back. I think the advantage of me going to school where I do is that I'm not in a big city, nor am I like living in like, you know, an apartment somewhere far away. Like everything, my whole life is like centered on that campus. So I can't get distracted and like whatever, like fuck off school. That being said, it would be more exciting to be in a city, right? Like going to like college in New York, but I would be so like distracted by all the things that I want to do in the city that I feel like I wouldn't be like taking my academics so seriously. It's like a give and take of like where I would, if like I went to a different school. I would say like going to another school that also has like a college, like a very like, I don't know.
College town?
Yeah, like a college town, I guess. So going to another college town, but like having it be bigger and then like sunnier. So I don't know what those schools are, but but I want to go to like Boston.
Boston?
That's like a college town. Or I mean it's like a city, but like they have a lot of like colleges over there. I don't know, maybe I would. I don't know. Cut out Boston. I don't know what I'm saying.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm just
I probably wouldn't because I feel like my experience would be the same.
I wouldn't change my school. Go red.
I feel like I wouldn't change it because then I wouldn't have met who I met, had the experiences I had.
Very true. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was more questions to ask in this.
Right, in this ratchet to video.
I know. Because, like, we got some ratchetness.
We just have to tell story times. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. We've been considering making a podcast. Let me know. You guys feel free. If you don't want to comment, please DM me. Like, please, I'm begging you. Please, if we made a podcast, would you guys listen? Because we would talk about stuff that, well, I would talk about stuff that I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about on camera because I feel like a podcast my family's less likely to listen to. So, like, my worst part of college, like, you guys would be able to hear that. Because I'm not putting that on the internet, but I'll put it on a podcast.
Podcast is on
I know, but I feel like it's less likely, you know? So, let me know, because I feel like it'd be fun. Like, I feel like we have good stories to tell, but I just don't want, you know, I don't want to show my face while I'm telling it. There's that. But I don't think, well, okay, what's been your wildest guy, like, experience?
Podcast.
Podcast. Okay, not wildest. A wild experience.
Podcast.
Okay, whatever. I'll tell mine.
who are you?
What do you mean?
You're the only other person I don't know.
She had an experience in high school, but she ain't gonna talk about that podcast.
We're not talking about high school.
I had somebody in my DMs who I ended up being in the class. I was in a class with them, and they messaged me at like 1 a.m. asking me to come to their room to study. And I knew they weren't trying to study at 1 a.m. But eventually I ended up hanging out with that guy anyway. And then later on down the line, I figured out that... Never mind. Podcast.
The safe word is podcast.
I didn't realize where that was going, but that definitely turned into a podcast story. So there's a lot of stuff. Like, to me, this whole London experience is a podcast. I don't know. This is why I need you guys to find somebody for Anisha so she can come on here with the stories, because, like, I can write a book. She can write a book.
Y'all are so weird.
Well, nobody is asking any other questions, so...
There is no questions. I don't know what...
You don't think there's anything else to ask? I feel like a lot of this stuff,
we don't answer questions. We tell stories. And
yeah, it's a lot of it is just, like, stories. So, if you guys want story times, we're considering a podcast. Because what do you guys think we would have story times on?
Like, stuff with, like, friendship.
I have a story. I'll go in depth on the story of time on why the two girls that I originally moved into my apartment with, why we're not friends anymore. There was another girl in my video, like, there's a reason why we're not friends anymore. That's a story time. What else is there story time on? We have a story time. What?
Oh, go ahead. Go. Say what you gotta say.
No. Ew, you think I would talk about it on the podcast?
I don't know what you're about to say.
I feel like you're about to say what happened the other night.
No.
Okay.